And anyway, today's episode will be talking about cheesy maneuvers. And also, today's intro will be Hulk Hogan, TB. There's a few versions of Hulk Hogan. If you all don't know, there will be the original SummerSlam Hulk Hogan with a 9.6. And the ability is a little bit shit lah. And then there's the TV Hulk Hogan, which is this one. You cannot pack submission or high risk maneuver once per turn. You can overturn 3 cards, search your arsenal for one non-unique, non-throwback maneuver. So this is the Hulk Hogan that I'm gonna use. TB Hulk Hogan, face card. And then the backstage, important remember to pack, except for the 3, the basic ones, it is feathered boa. So during opponent turn, you may hide this card and blank the text of action card or maneuver card played by him for the rest of the turn. So this card is actually quite useful for cards like pump kick. So you just hide this and then you just reverse pump kick or any action stuff that your opponent do, then just hide quite famously used for the first few turns of the game, or if you are veteran or you are pro, you know what he's going to do, right? You can always save this card make sure you have it as a backup and then you put one side so you can hide And for the pre-match, no venue. Recommend to have one just to block your opponent venue here and there. But no I lazy so one way throw build. So Linda, Linda. So from here you all actually can know what is this all about already. So let him scan your deck, let him scan your pre-match. So first card that is important to go in WrestleMania. One of the cards that I want to introduce today. So this card can only be played if there's a field card in any ring area. So you must have your field in And then basically this card is free. Maximum number of free match cards you may have your ring area is increased by 1. So important text if you are about to lose the game via pinfall, or the card says pinfall or what, so Mania doesn't count. About to lose via pinfall. If you all don't know about pinfall, right, you all can go to the FAQ to go and check I will put the link down below. And about to lose via pinfall, put this kind of ringside pile, then all player put their hand on top of their arsenal, then shuffle hashtag from their ringside pile into their arsenal, where hashtag is equal to double their superstar value. So double their value. So for example, Hogan, I got 6, right? I can shuffle double, so 12 When this card is in your ringside pile, before your draw segment, remove the top card of your arsenal from the game. So this card, people actually like to pair it with Kidney Punch, which is a volley card. So they will bring Kidney Punch back to my hand. Now, for example, I will bring Kidney Punch back to my hand, our RFG WrestleMania, so the effect of the RFG will stop right there. So this is one of the ways to play in Classic to stop the WrestleMania cost or something. But nonetheless, WrestleMania is quite powerful. And it's actually nerfed a bit in VC, but y'all don't need to know for the Classic people. And then this card to combo together with WrestleMania. So this card, right, the text is important. I'm a real American. After all cards is split from the pre-match, right, choose a number from 0 to 10. 0 to 10, it doesn't matter if your opponent minus your hand size to 0 already or something like that. So it doesn't matter. Just choose 10 Your starting hand size is minus hashtag, where hashtag is where your value is also plus hashtag, where hashtag is equal to the chosen number. So I put 10, then I minus myself 10, then I increase 10 So my value will effectively increase from 10 to 16. Then 16 WrestleMania times 2, then 32. It is annoying And the next card, I recommend all the Classic players to not play Don't play this card. It is a ban card because of the wording itself, right? Opponent actually overturn and cannot react to this. So Premier WWF Superstar. When I say cannot react, right, Let's Wrestle or Booby Trap, right, totally and completely cannot reverse this or stop this effect. So 32 16, right, opponent must overturn 16. So before the start of the game, quarter of his deck gone already. So this is actually quite a busuk card so don't play just don't play. But I pack just in case if you all don't understand or how So actually these 3 cards go together The superstar with the greatest superstar value may force an opponent to take a number of cards equal to their superstar value and put to his respective ringside pile. So your opponent take the top card from his arsenal to the ringside pile. Because of the wording itself, right, Let's Wrestle and Booby Trap cannot, because Booby Trap and Let's Wrestle specifically say when overturned. So this is take the top card to the ringside pile. So yep, opponent totally cannot react. But don't play lah. So don't play this card. Just throw one side. And then the rest will be a little bit complicated, but try and stay with me lah. So the first card, what you're gonna do, brother? Not that important. This is actually to scam your opponent ace. But if he don't want to reverse with don't try, right? Next two card play this turn, maneuvers can only be reversed from your opponent arsenal. So you waste your opponent restricted use, which is a reversal card, or you waste your opponent don't try lah. It's just so to protect your WrestleMania. And then Great American Bash 1, 2, and 3. You got slot by the way. Linda, open for you. And WrestleMania is free. So this one also scam one lah. And the other cards, the remaining two cards will be actually quite important. So Best Laid Plans and Distractingly Divalicious. So this one, you see which one you're going to want to put down. Of course, you can always put a no-show to go and RFG something lah, but I don't really want to put that lah. But can is can lah. Best Laid Plans cannot be packed if you are packing face. I'm already playing Bash so no face. So after all player pre-match phases before first turn of your game, player with fewer cards in their hand than their printed hand draw until they have the same cards to their printed hand lah. So WrestleMania and Real American, I minus until I 0 already. If I put this card right, I still get to draw 7, but the 7 is random lah, so you never actually go and fine tune your hand at all lah. But still 7 still quite powerful. Or you can go with Distractingly Divalicious. So if your opponent somehow go and show time which is he go first lah, your value is already so-called 16 already, which is the highest in the entire game already. So even more powerful than Evolution. So for some reason he got showtime, or you versus those very low superstar value one like William Regal or Eugene, right? You distractingly, and then it counters showtime, and then you still get to go first. I will put the explanation down below because it's actually quite a hassle to explain lah. So somehow showtime is considered a turn also, even if he skip your turn. You put distractingly, still counted as your turn. So your turn do nothing, his turn do nothing, still come back to you. Something like that. And also if you don't want to put Best Laid Plans, you put this one, right? Your ability still can use. Over turn 3, you go and look for cards lor. I will explain the strategy later on. So basically the pre-match is just like that. It's actually not that hard to understand because the difficult part is over already. Seriously, it's over already. The mid-match will be the standard shit lah. Sustain rope, graceful backlash, and then the bash standard is going nowhere fast and introduce your brain to your mouth. And then for joke wise, like I say, this is a throw deck. 3, good night everybody. You understand why I put the card in a while. So now to the main strategy of this Hulk Hogan. I can guarantee you this deck can make people laugh on. So the main thing of this deck, right, is to go first. Okay? From the start to the end game is to go first and cheese your opponent. So first turn, die also try to go first lah. That's why this distractingly and the high value. So put 1 pump kick in your arsenal. So first turn, if you very heng, and anyway I'm quite unlucky one, so every time I overturn out the cards I need. So pump kick I every time also overturn out. So 1 pump kick for the first turn. And then precision kick is just in case opponent IATGU. But in the first place, if you play with people that want to play bank cards, right, you get ready to get fucked lah. But precision kick is for later on lah. When you activate WrestleMania and then you use precision kick, you straight away need to eat 6. Cause this is can only be reversed from opponent hand, because WrestleMania will effectively put the hand on top of the arsenal mah. So put precision kick lor. But still, the main thing, so precision kick is standby one lah, plan B lah. If your 0 fault gone lah, plan B. Your plan A is pump kick. Actually your plan A is the American Bash 342 already. The pump kick is just to give you extra fault lor, so you can build faster to your shit lor. Plan B lah. And then bootlace, the cheesy shit. So cannot be reversed from your opponent hand. So no matter how big your opponent hand is, right, cannot be reversed. So as a maneuver can only be played if you reverse a card from opponent hand or arsenal. So when my arsenal overturn out, right, if I reverse, right, this one can only be played like that lah. And this is the first card play of the turn. So if I reverse from arsenal, right, if I don't have this card on my hand, I will overturn 3, then look for this one, non-unique, non-TB ma, correct or not? So all this fort building shit will eventually lead up to my main strategy, which is only 2 lah. Atomic lah, cheese card lah. Like I said, I don't actually like this kind of cards lah, but I still pack lah for the fact of this fun throw build lah. It's fun. Can only be reversed by hybrid reverser or unique reverser. So leg drag, power slam, this kind of stuff can reverse lah and are unique lah. But you will be surprised how easy this card go in, because it's restricted lah actually. Reversal restricted maneuver. So atomic lariat. And then precision haymaker. So okay, you guys think a bit I have 3 fortitude in my pre-match already. And then I pump kick, I +4. I got 7 already. And then I boot lace, I got another 4. So I plus here, plus there, right? Actually, or I get precision kick. So I plus here, plus there, I got 8 already. I straight away will use precision haymaker. Once I have 8 fortitude, right? From that point all the way to end game, I will each turn and precision haymaker my opponent until it goes in. Best is I can get all 3 precision haymaker in, then I have 70 plus fortitude. So when played, name a number 5 or less. If your opponent draw that many number of cards, this card is -2 for each number name lah. Cannot be reversed from my opponent hand by non-hybrid cards. So the wording lah important lah. Creators of the game really. Basically, opponent cannot full rate you. So opponent cannot step aside you or cannot overshot your mark. So you don't have to worry about taking 22 damage or something like that. But yeah, it is all to throw your opponent. Once you finish your precision haymaker, then you go back to atomic lariat. Then you go back to atomic lariat, then you just go back to boot lace. It's the entire deck of cheese lah, seriously. Cheese. And then for the actions, very simple. I only put a few of his cards inside only. So 3 mania. This is just in case I draw. So as you all can see, right, getting 50 plus walk actually, quite easy lah. Not that hard, but not that difficult also. But just keep spamming since it's a one-way deck. So mania when successfully played, you win with your count out victory. I put 3 here. Some people argue put 2, some people don't even put at all because I cannot search for it. I don't care lah, I just put And then leave for my Hawker Maniacs. Put cards on top of my ringside pile on top of my arsenal equal to my superstar value. So if my superstar value is 16, then I just heal 16 card I search my arsenal for one superstar specific card, I put into my hand, then I shuffle my arsenal. So this one 0 fortitude, just to annoy my opponent. Violent Vendetta. So this card is to me quite useful. Action damage is still damage. So I play Violent Vendetta. Your opponent remove 1 card from his hand from the game. When this card is in your ring area during your turn, you may put this card to the bottom of my arsenal, so I can keep using keep reusing if I can actually find this card and use And 3 fortitude, if you get your 3 bash in, you can use Violent Vendetta straight away So as for the reversers, the standard shit DI, Armageddon, Raw Deal, Revo. Armageddon is important for bash decks so just remember that. Hawking up, so it's like a oversell maneuver, can only be played after a successfully played maneuver. Blank that maneuver, tax and damage until the end of the turn and end your opponent turn So basically just use this to end your opponent turn. When this card is in your ring area, do not discard any card after you played the card titled No Sell maneuver. The reason why I play No Sell and Oversell is because of WrestleMania. But I will explain that later. But this card is good enough for you to end your opponent turn just to disturb your opponent. WWE Icon, reverse any action card. It's a 14 fall so depends on how you want to use I want to put price repay also can. So up to you. But I just want to put cause Hogan face Hogan card backslide and inside cradle. So this card right, 20 fort or your stun value higher, you win the game So if you actually successfully so-called one-way your opponent and you got this kind of cards in your hand, right, the game will end quite fast But for this kind of rush build, it's the go-to And now comes the funny part. So I took out Revo. So I went old school for this. So 2 step aside, 2 escape move, 2 break the hole. Some people say just put 1 can already, but I want to put 2 because I don't want to play action in this deck. So I might as well just put as much as I want. So 2 step, 2 escape, 2 break the hole. And this card, Hogan specific card, 24-inch Python. 2 fortitude, 4 damage. It replaces elbow to the face. So as an action, this card is -2 and -4. Put this card to the bottom and draw 2. So this card you can use to draw. It's a hybrid. Reverse any maneuver that is 9D or less and end your opponent turn. So if you got sustain, right, this card actually quite useful lah. I just pack 3 lah, and also it's 2/4. It's quite powerful. When this card is in my ring area, my maneuvers is +2. So useful, very useful. It replaces elbow to the face. So the no sell maneuver. So no sell maneuver is very good for the superstars listed under these cards to use because when played from hand, reverse any maneuver and end your opponent turn. So Hulk Hogan can play no sell maneuver. Can only be played by Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Ta-da! Hollywood Hulk Hogan. That's why I pack this lah. And Hulk Hogan is one of the rare ones that can also pack oversell maneuver. So because of the text, this is the new one. Cannot be played by blah 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 blah. It doesn't state Hulk Hogan. That's why I can play. So actually the oversell is to trigger WrestleMania. So I double check already lah. If you play a WrestleMania, right, if you play against veterans or someone like me, right, I definitely will keep a don't try at my hand. So if I manage to trigger WrestleMania at my own turn, right, if our opponent don't have don't try, right, basically I just heal 30 plus cards for free lah. But veterans will definitely keep a don't try at hand just to stop the WrestleMania. So oversell maneuver you activate during his turn. His turn he cannot trigger don't try. So blank that maneuver text and end your opponent turn. The maneuver does the normal damage. So you straight away just die lah. If you are going to die and you have this card in your hand, just straight away use, just die lor. And then maneuver dies is normal damage regardless of overturn reversal cards. So this is the part that I want lah. And then draw 2. So the sequence of WrestleMania is once I use oversell, then I die, for example. I got no more cards. So WrestleMania will trigger. I put my hand on top of my empty arsenal and then I heal cards equal to my superstar value. And then after that is done, right, I remember need to shuffle. Let me check. WrestleMania. Yeah, correct. Shuffle. So after I shuffle, right, I will resolve this one. Oversell. I draw 2, and then I entered my opponent turn, so it's my turn already. Right? Correct. I draw 1. So this is where the precision kick will trigger. Or if you are actually so smart enough to remember, or actually you can just check lah. Friendly game, just check online. See, for example, if you versus Booker T or Chris Jericho, you don't know what kind of reversal they got, so then you go and check lor. But they got no hand one lah. So precision kick is definitely the go-to. Precision kick can only be reversed for opponent hand one. You straight away overturn 3, then you go and look for precision kick. Just let him eat 6 also. So there's a few ways to play this one, including the face one, which I will talk about it later in the games. But the veterans already know this lah. Precision kick, then victory roll, something like that. But yeah, that's all for the oversell lah. So this is the only reason why I pack oversell. So oversell, no sell, and for bash deck, no sell is useful. Reverse any maneuver mah, this card 2 only. I confirm got enough to reverse. Return bash standard. The rest is all standard. Hold phone F out. Overshot because I can reverse any strike. 5D or greater or high risk. So something like that. Or any card play after I retreat. It's great because I fan favorite because of Python. And sidewalk slam, ledge presser, don't try bash evader. So all this is the standard one lah. So basically this is my troll and for fun lah, bash Hogan build. If I actually, of course you fuckers will argue one lah. I'm very lazy to argue with you, but there's the volley Hogan where you just play pure volley, and then there's the very mainstream and standard build of I think it's a no escape. That build since last time I also know already. Then you just overturn 3, and because of no escape, right, your maneuvers are so called protected mah. Then you can keep using lor. That's also one of the build. One of my VC friends told me about this, and so apparently it's still quite variable in VC. But again, it's something that I'm very used to already, so no fun. I rather play cheese. And also the other builds that people will not try for Hogan because it's a troll build, but I still think it's fun, will be a chain build. because the value high so you Calgary lor, you overturn 3, then your opponent reverse, you keep healing so there's actually quite a few builds to play Hogan because of the search engine capability. Essentially, you draw 1 for draw segment, you overturn 3, you find 1, so you each turn draw 2 lah. The cost is you overturn 3 lor. So something like that. So next episode I'll be introducing William Regal, which is equally cheese, but that one is submission. But yeah, that's it for me today. Do take note that for these 3 episodes we'll be talking about cheesy stuff lah, and then I'll move on to chain hit volley and stuff. And I apologize beforehand that I will, if I'm not able to keep to my original promise and scheduling of every Friday I'll update 1 episode, because I have a lot of work stacked and I'm not really sure how long I can continue filming. Of course, I'll keep filming as much as I can, but I will try lah. But in my life and then this doing this is actually a passion of mine and a hobby of mine. It doesn't actually earn me money, so yeah, my real life stuff come first lah. So I apologize beforehand if I'm not able to post any video lah. But yep, that's it for me today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe for more, and thank you very much. Bye bye.